Hi everyone. This is my third lecture on marketing management, and today's my topic is market segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Before getting into the general discussion about this topic, today's topic, let me have a quotation with you. Let me share a quotation with you. Not all horses leaving the starting gate reach the finish line. I mean to say there are so many horses will participate in a horse race, but not none. Like many of the horses will not reach the finish line. The same way, so many products will be released into the market on daily or yearly basis, but not all the products are going to be winning the hearts of the customers. It's because so many precautions need to be taken from the businessman point of view, and out of many such precautions, today we're going to discuss about very crucial and critical and very important thing, that is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Before discussing about segmentation, I want to share one small case with you. Imagine there is a typical market which consists of 200 customers, and out of the 200 customers, 100 customers are males and 100 are females. And imagine yourself a businessman, as a businessman, and your product is lipstick, and you are going to release your product into the market, that is lipstick. And obviously you think that 100 people will buy your product, and you released it, and at the end of the month you came to know that only 100 people bought your product. And you went for a market research to analyze what made this a drastic failure. And out of the 100 customers available in the market, I mean to the female customers, 50 females are illiterate, and these 50 people obviously didn't buy your product. And remaining 50 people, out of remaining 50 people, 20 people felt that the normal price of your product made them to think that the quality is low. And remaining out of 30 remaining people, 20 people didn't like the color of your product, and only 10 people, so obviously 10 people bought your product, and that is what the business that you have done at the end of the month. So obviously you will be into losses, and your expectations also would have been different. That's why in the beginning we said that before launching a product practically into the market on commercial basis, you need to go for a strict and well-defined market survey, research or market survey, which gives you a clarity about the characteristics of the market. I mean to say the characteristics of the total customer base that is there in the market. And you need to understand your product first, and you need to understand your customer first. I mean to say, market research kind of activity will tell you who is your customer. So unless and until you know who your customer is, here who is going to buy your product, you cannot even design all your marketing activities. uh, that's what it is. So let's get to the market and definition of what market segmentation and everything. We know that market is filled with many customers, and one normal thing is that one general saying is that no two persons will be with similar attitudes or similar needs or similar tastes or preferences, etc. The market also is filled with so many customers, but many customers with heterogeneous needs. I mean to say, market is full of heterogeneous customers, but it doesn't mean to think that, it doesn't mean to take that each and every customer who is there in the market have a peculiar or different needs from the other person's needs. So if it is the case, in a typical market structure, in the example what we have taken, if it has 100 customers, and 100 people also, 100 customers also should be buying 100 different products. But whereas in this case, 10 people bought the same product. So if not all the people are absolutely different, having different needs from each other, they'll have at least some similarity between their needs. So though market is a heterogeneous mixture of customers, there will be, like, the critical analysis or defining the market will come to know that there will be some group of customers who have similar, at least nearly similar needs or requirements. These customer groups you need to identify before launching your product. Now let's see the definition of what is market segmentation. So, but of course, STP is the standard mantra in marketing. So STP, segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Let's see what the definition of market segmentation is. Market segmentation is subdividing a market into distinct and homogeneous subgroups of consumers, where any group can conceivably be considered as a target market to be met with direct different marketing mix. So in a layman language or in a normal parlance, we can understand that market segmentation is a process of dividing heterogeneous customer groups or heterogeneous market into homogeneous subgroups of customers who have similarity between their needs. And this kind of activity makes the marketing person feel ease in promoting their products. Let's see this. There will never be a single product which meets the needs of all the customers in a market, and nobody can please all the people in the market. If anybody tries to please all the customers in the market, that company certainly ends up pleasing nobody in the market. So this way, market segmentation can be understood as it's a stringent exercise of dividing heterogeneous market into homogeneous groups, smaller groups. Okay, when we understood, when we are clear about segmentation, let's think about what targeting is. Whenever we finish off the target segmentation process, there will be several segments in front of us, and we know that every segment consists of the customers with nearly similar customer needs. And whenever all these segments are before us, keeping into consideration so many criteria of a business and our future expectations about the business or products or whatever it is, we generally have to consider one or more segments to which we want to offer our products. So it's nothing but the targeting. Targeting is an activity where we are going to offer our products to particular segments, and targeting also can be understood as customer groups to whom we are going to offer our product is called as targeting. And the next alphabet P stands for positioning. Positioning is an activity wherein marketing company or the marketing people or the company people or the product selling companies are going to create a kind of image about their product in the minds of customers before actually or physically offering the product in the market to the customers. We have to create a kind of image in the minds of the customers, a distinct image about our product in the minds of customers. This is called as positioning. So this kind of exercise is needed from the marketing person's side before launching their product into the market. So there are before segmentation, let's try to understand there are 4 levels of market segmentation, and they are just like this: segment marketing, niche marketing, local marketing, and customized marketing. So this kind of levels of segmentation and everything comes into the in the mind of marketing person, because of the changing needs or different needs of all the customers. The first one being segment marketing, as we already discussed. Segmenting or separating or dividing the heterogeneous market into distinct homogeneous customer groups. We select some segments and to whom we are going to offer the products. That is called segment marketing. And niche marketing, we can consider an example for segment marketing. It is that in the clothing industry, generally we go for segmenting, like it says clothing industry, like clothing for gents or ladies, children, or formals, casuals, like that. In the and coming to the niche marketing, its niche market consists of the customer groups who have very narrowly defined requirement specification. These customer groups who are in the niche group will have very narrowly defined specifications to them for their expected product, and so far their needs have never met by any product in the market. These kind of people will be ready to pay any kind of amount for the product if it is available. And some companies will be there in the market who will concentrate and search for this kind of niche market, and which they feel like it's going to be very beneficial for them. So for the people who want to concentrate on in the niche market, the niche market, these are all the criteria that will come into their mind. And the people in the niche market will have distinct needs, means very peculiar needs, very narrowly defined needs, and they'll be ready to pay the premium, and their specializations are very peculiar. And the people who want to serve a product to this kind of niche market will face very less competition or sometimes no competition, and this is going to be very potential market for the people, for the business people. Next is the third one is the local marketing. It is kind of marketing activity wherein we craft or where we tailor a product to meet the needs of some local people or based on their region or geographical location wherein they live. For example, Spider-Man 3 has been actually it's been released in English, but whereas in India it's been translated into many local languages in order to attract or make in order to make many people belonging to different AD areas watch the Spider-Man 3 in different languages. So it's been released in so many languages. This is an example for local marketing. The final one is individual marketing, which also is called as micro marketing. This is like one-to-one. It's not like dividing the market into segments and trying to target the product to them, and it's not like promoting a product on local requirement basis, and even not it's not like basing offering our product to some the niche group. It's like one-to-one marketing. Like a product will be designed in fact to meet the specific requirements of even a single customer. The best example, in our daily life, the best example is that like a tailor. When we go to a tailor, like he will be just taking the different requirements of each and every customer. He tailors the product and gives to them. This kind of kind of market is called as individual marketing. Many of the companies generally go for individual marketing because of the tight competition they are facing. With this basic discussion, let's end today's our class, and tomorrow we'll be just meeting again on an elaborative discussion on segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Thank you.